Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray, brought to you proudly by Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Barton Power Sports, Sportsman's Warehouse, and Best Care Home Services.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray as we talk outdoors every Saturday morning. Fastest 90 minutes in outdoor radio programming in our 18th year on the air. And Shelby McCall is handling all the buttons and doing everything like she always does so well. And, of course, on the third Saturday, we bring Frank Barton in before he heads to work over at Indian Motorcycles and Barton Power Sports and the new location right north of Marion, which we call, what do we call that?
Barton Equipment Company.
Barton Equipment. Wasn't that the original name?
Yes.
It was, right. It was. Okay, I'm just remembering.
Brought it back.
Yeah, way to go. Okay, well, if you ever head over to the Shake Shack, just keep going. About, half a mile or so, not even that far.
About a mile.
About a mile down the side road right there, and you'll see Barton Equipment and a lot of the Kubotas and things like that. And if you're out on Mount Moriah this morning, they got a poker challenge for the Indian Motorcycle family there, and I know that's going to be over 100 motorcycles, he says. But let's talk right now about a event that's held annually by my good friends at the Tennessee Wildlife Federation. And first of all, I got to say what a great program that they had. The 54th Annual Conservation Awards they held at the Loveless Cafe. Well, it really wasn't at the cafe. It was in the barn behind it. Last Friday, a week ago Friday, and I told you all about it last week and what a great time I had. And Gene Smith was honored as the Hunter Education Instructor of the Year. It's not often that I nominate somebody and they actually win, so I was glad of that. But and happy for Gene and all the other 16, 17 winners that were announced. A great program, and another great program that the Federation puts on is their Hunger Challenge, and this goes along with their Hunters for the Hungry program. And this sounds like a broken record. Well, I don't think broken record, but Christian Brothers High School has a way of winning this thing, and they did it again this year. In fact, one of their teammates donated 11 deer. Wow, that makes me really feel bad. I would have had almost that many if I hadn't missed that many shooting that, but. Hey, we got Matt Simcox on with us this morning. He is the Tennessee Wildlife Federation's Hunters for the Hungry manager. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning, Larry.
And we've got that young man on again. He may have his own show pretty soon, I guess. That is Will Woolbrick. He just graduated from Christian Brothers High School, and he and his classmate Patrick Couch, they won the thing. They tied for the top fundraiser in Region 1. Will was the top harvester, donating 11 deer. And we've got Will on the line. Good morning, Will.
Good morning, Larry. Glad to be here.
Glad to have you again. And, Matt, talk about this program for our listeners.
Well, this program started in Memphis, Tennessee about 6 years ago. Our past chairman, Dr. Jack Gaden, got this thing started down there.
Yes, he did.
And it has evolved statewide. And it's amazing what these high school students can do to relieve hunger in the state. And I'll just throw some stats out for you right now, Larry.
Give me some stats.
Statewide. This year alone, these high school students raised over $23,000 statewide.
Wow.
Now, in the history of this program, $118,000 coming in for Hunters for the Hungry to pay the processor to process all these donated deer. When it comes to volunteer service hours, these students across the state have volunteered 5,000 hours in the history of this program. So it's phenomenal. It's not only changing these students' life, but it's impacting their communities around them.
There's no doubt about that. Will, you listen to that. You guys were fortunate last year to have some success. So talk about this year. I mean, was 11 the number that you wanted to donate? Talk about how you and Patrick did so well.
Well, we just basically did the same thing we did last year. We reached out to the same people, and they support CBHS as a school in general, and they were hunters as well. So they, of course, wanted to support our program, and that really helped us out. And we were in total able to secure 1,848 servings of venison to those in the area, which is just remarkable.
Yeah, yeah. When you hear those kind of figures, and you think 6 years ago Will was in junior high. I mean, I guess
that's right.
When these things were starting. So, Matt, how many did you have that first year? I was trying to remember because you kind of kicked it off.
The first year we had two schools. We had
yeah, that's what
Memphis University School there and Hutchinson, the all-girls school. Those were the two schools that we started this thing with.
Amazing, yeah. And now with 6 million servings of venison since 1998 for some of this stuff that you've been doing, that many at the same time, $23,000 that you've raised. So what makes this such a big deal to you, Will?
Well, I've always been a hunter with my family, and so is my dad. And when he brought this idea to me that I could start a club and able to help people, I of course jumped on, and it's clearly made an impact, and I'm just glad to be a part of it. It's just something that I like to do. Well,
your dad was. I had a chance to visit with your dad at the awards program because he had his picture taken with everybody. I think he was the main man up there. He dressed up and looked nice. Tell him that for me, okay? But being from a hunting family, about you and Patrick, have y'all been buds for a while?
Yes, sir. We've been best buds since about kindergarten. So.
Kindergarten, okay.
Yes, sir.
So does that make it kind of special?
Yes, sir. And we also got our Eagle Scout together, so it makes it even more special that we were able to do this together as well.
Man, I'm talking to a person with an Eagle Scout. I always wanted that. You know, the Cub Scouts are hard enough for me, but to think the Eagle Scout and get up to that. But, man, I know we talked about last year the recognition this does for Christian Brothers, but I know you McKenzie High School, Smith County High School, Morgan County High School, Jefferson County High School. We didn't just have it in West Tennessee, right? I mean, this has expanded quite a bit.
That's right, Larry. Christian Brothers won the statewide championship, so they're on top. They brought it back. They won it last year. The regional winners, like you said, I mean, they did a lot as well. We had a lot of deer donated this year. We had a lot of volunteer hours, almost 1,000 volunteer hours statewide.
That's amazing.
This year. These kids, just because they're in high school doesn't mean that they can't get involved, and that's the message that Dr. Jack used to preach. Get them involved while they're young so that they'll be involved when they're older.
Well, this is all about the Hunter Challenge is point-based, right? I mean, you get so many points. Right. Explain that.
Well, Hunters for the Hungry is a program of the Tennessee Wildlife Federation, and it really takes several moving parts to make this program successful. One of them is having deer donated.
Uh-huh.
So, we encourage the students to go out
on their own,
harvest these deer, donate these deer. The second aspect of it is the funding, because without the money to reimburse the processor, I don't know about you, Larry, but I can process a few deer a year, and my hands start getting tired.
That's right.
When you're processing hundreds of deer, we need these processors to be in our program. And then the third aspect of it is the volunteer aspect of it. Yeah. So these students get points for all three of these aspects.
And so Christian Brothers had the most points for everybody in the state. Is that right? And they rolled up.
That's correct. They did.
And have you already presented the award to them?
We have. There's actually some photos on our website.
That's what I want you to tell people.
Receiving that.
Yeah,
right.
You can go to tnwf.org, and it'll have all the information on there. We've got it posted on lroutdoors.com. My website are all on there and everything. So I don't know. This is it for you, Will. You got to hang them up now unless they start some kind of college division next year. So
yes, sir.
Looks like that'd be something he'd want to start.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Maybe, Matt, we can take this to another level, huh? Can we?
I think we can. I think absolutely we can. And I think we've got the right guy here with us that can take it there.
I think he can, too. Will, thank you, buddy, for being with us again. Congratulations to you and Patrick and Matt for the program and the work that you guys do. And we'll talk to you down the road, okay?
Thank you
yes,
so much
sir.
for having
Thanks
me.
for having us.
Thanks. All right. Okay. Will and Matt, and anytime we can get high school kids like that involved in donating 11 deer, that's pretty good. And I know that they had some clubs that really helped them out, that allowed them to have some deer. I know one of them, my good friend Mike Garibaldi, was involved in that, if I understand, from Rick Wolbrick, if you're not mistaken, his dad. If you go play tennis anywhere at Wolbrick Tennis Center, you're playing in a facility named after his dad, and my wife plays there once a week in that. So you brought up the idea of the college,
Well, it just seems natural if you got the fella that's been winning all the high school things, and he's going on to college. Let's just bump
take
it up
him on up there.
Let's bump it up.
Bump it up. Yeah, that could be. No, there's already another place we can bump it. So we won't go there. All right, let's take a break. Come right back. The man's in the studio. We're going to break some news here on Outdoors with Larry Ray about an old event with a new twist. We'll be right back on Outdoors with Larry Ray.